Let's get it. Welcome into the 49ers Report. I'm Chase Sr. A lot to get to on today's show as we're going to hit some free agency stuff. The Niners re-signing one of their offensive linemen. Could they be losing a couple of their own players and maybe bringing one important player back? Here's what we're diving into on today's show. Hope you're all having a good Thursday night here. And if you're watching this on Friday, hopefully you're gearing up for a fantastic weekend. San Francisco signing Colton McKivitz to a 2-year extension. San Francisco getting 7 comp picks for the 2023 NFL Draft at the end of April. According to Tim Kawakami of The Athletic, 49ers may be poking around, checking in on Lamar Jackson as they examine that quarterback position. Jimmy Garoppolo, according to Ian Rapoport, linked to 3 teams. We also have the latest on Mike McGlinchey and Tashaun Gipson. Did I say that we have a lot to get to on the show? This is why you subscribe. Hopefully you hop on board and you subscribe to us here on the 49ers Report as we approach 80,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get to those stories. Colton McKivitz signing a 2-year extension taken in the 5th round of the 2020 NFL Draft by the Niners out of West Virginia. And over the last 3 years for him, he has appeared in 28 games with 5 starts. He's also played in 5 postseason games. What's interesting about this signing, Mike McGlinchey is going to be a free agent. He could cash in for $15+ million. And when I was on Super Bowl Radio Row and I was asking some questions about San Francisco, what are they going to do about Mike McGlinchey? What's the future plans at right tackle? Some things that I was hearing is that the Niners might explore Colton McKivitz at right tackle. I hope that's not the case. Colton McKivitz has been a backup for a reason. There's also a reason why he's played in 28 games with 5 starts. He is a backup tackle who can maybe slide inside to play the other positions along that offensive line. He is not a high-quality starting right tackle in this league. And I've said this time and time again. It is time for Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, this coaching staff, this organization to start prioritizing beefing up the offensive line and not just relying on the scheme. This does, though, allow the Niners to save some money because backup tackles are really important because they're signing him to this 2-year contract extension instead of the RFA tender. Story number 2. 49ers, according to Tim Kawakami, exploring everything at quarterback. Here's what the longtime Bay Area sports writer had to say on The Athletic. Quote, I checked around myself on Wednesday, and I was told that the 49ers are looking at everything as always, and that does include Lamar Jackson. What's fascinating about Lamar Jackson, not a lot of other teams are checking in on the former MVP, which is really confusing to me. Lamar Jackson is 26 years old. He's in the heart of his prime. He's already won an MVP. He's won 71% of his starts. A reason why the Niners might hit pause on signing or trading for Lamar Jackson, you have to give up draft capital. You have to give up player capital that might include Nick Bosa, Brandon Ayuk, Trey Lance, a semblance of those players, or a lot of them. You might have to pay him $50 million per year. And I think San Francisco, lastly, petrified by the fact that Lamar has been injured a lot the last 2 Decembers. And what has happened with the Niners at quarterback? A lot of attrition at that position and a lot of injuries under Shanahan since he took over as head coach. Of note here, the 49ers, after the news was official that the Ravens put the tag on the former MVP, they were not included in the list of teams who were reportedly out on Lamar, which did at the time include the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, Washington Commanders, Miami Dolphins, and maybe the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't trade away Nick Bosa for Lamar Jackson. I think that it's a plus to have 2 quarterbacks on their rookie contracts. I'd honestly explore Tom Brady. I'd make a call to the Packers about Aaron Rodgers. Looks as though he might go to the New York Jets. If Purdy didn't get hurt, he'd be the starting quarterback week 1, no doubt. And the fallback plan is Trey Lance. I'd go with the 2 young guys in Brock Purdy and Trey Lance. That's how I'm reading this situation. Story number 3. The NFL awarding their comp picks to teams across the NFL, the Niners receiving 7 of them. Now, some things have changed here with the Niners draft picks in the upcoming 2023 NFL Draft. So it looks as though this is set in stone for San Francisco after the official rewarding of those compensatory picks. They have 3 picks in the 3rd round, 99th overall, 101 overall, and 102 overall. 5th round, 156, 165, 173. In the 6th, 216th. And then 3 7th rounders, 248, 253, and 255. So San Francisco, with a lot of questions heading into NFL free agency, will have an opportunity to stack up the roster with a couple of young players in this draft. And under John Lynch, Adam Peters in this front office, they have done a very good job of pinpointing, picking, and developing players day 2, day 3 who end up having a very large impact on this football team. Before we continue to keep it moving, because there's so much to get to, the 49ers Report is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 every day, especially in the morning, and it really does set the foundation for the rest of my day. And you can get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. If you use that link, we're hooking you up with 5 free travel packs, a year's supply of vitamin D, and $20 off your purchase. I gave AG1 a try because I work so much here at Chat Sports. I also train every single day as I'm closing in on 300 straight days of running, and because of that, I needed and wanted sustained energy. I also wanted to stay healthy by keeping my immune system strong so that I can strive toward my professional work life and personal fitness goals. I take it every day, and I've really started to prioritize my health. That's why I love AG1 and its 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. I simply mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water. I drink it first thing each morning or before and after my workouts. I also love that something that's this good for you. And prioritizing your health and wellness, one life, one body, costs less than $3 a day. So once again, your supply of vitamin D, 5 free travel packs, which I love using when I do travel, athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Let's continue to keep it moving here on today's show. Story number 4, Tashaun Gipson, according to reports, does want to play another NFL season. What a story he was for the Niners last year. Started off on the practice squad because of Jimmy Ward's injury. Then because Ward was out, Gipson was thrust into a starting role alongside Talanoa Hufanga, got that safety spot. He played all-pro caliber football last year. Could he cash in for a little bit more than last year? Yes. Is it going to be all that much? Probably no. The 49ers, according to the buzz and the reports, are open to bringing him back. And if he does come back, pretty solid player for a good price at that safety position. 2 more stories to touch on. Teams interested in Jimmy Garoppolo, according to Ian Rapoport. Those squads include the Houston Texans, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Carolina Panthers. There is, according to reports, a push within the building that the Texans want to sign Jimmy G. And that's coming from CBS Sports and Jonathan Jones. D'Amico Ryans, former Niners DC, Bobby Slowick, who's now the offensive coordinator, was the pass game coordinator with San Francisco. They are there, and they might want to bring in and reel in the fan base once again. And Jimmy Garoppolo would allow them to do that because he might be able to win games year 1. It's not a roster that is awful. They just need some stability at that quarterback position, and maybe they're just looking for a guy who can win games for a year or 2, and then they draft a rookie in the first round and let them develop. And to let a rookie develop behind Jimmy Garoppolo while letting him keep your team competitive, not a bad team strategy. Bobby Slowick pretty much said, we're doing our due diligence on quarterbacks, and that includes Jimmy Garoppolo. So look for his market to be pretty handsome in free agency. Let's round out the show with this. Is the writing on the wall that Mike McGlinchey is going to dip? He was on KNBR on Wednesday and pretty much said that he's going to sign with the team early on Monday, and I think it's pretty telling. Anytime an individual talks about their current employer in the past tense, or anytime an athlete talks about their current team in the past tense, it usually means they're gone. Azeez Al-Shaair spoke about his tenure in the past tense after the season. That tells me he's going elsewhere. He deserves it. He's going to get the bag. And I think that Mike McGlinchey is going to get a bag as well. He could get a deal, $15 million per year, 4-year deal. It could come in at about $60 million. Do not be surprised by that. He basically, if you read the tea leaves, said on KNBR that he's loved, not I love my time or I'm loving my time. He said, I love my time in the Bay Area and thank you. So the Niners might be looking for a right tackle replacement. Hopefully it's not Colton McKivitz. NFL free agency next week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you, our coverage is going to be absolutely sensational. We're talking shows, live shows, audience interaction, super chat giveaways. If you made it this far, give me a bang, bang Niner gang down in the comment section. And if you're pumped up for NFL free agency, type me. Can you tell I'm pumped up? I'm all types of pumped up. All right, we appreciate all of you for watching. This is the 49ers Report.